Stop scrolling. Don't move. Because today we are showing you the 5-cent coins from 1900 to 2000 that might look ordinary, but their history and value are absolutely incredible. These coins are now highly sought after by collectors worldwide. But pay attention. Today's video is all about 5-cent coins, their complete information, their original worth, and their current market value. The famous buffalo coins. Yes, the ones every collector dreams of. We will show all the details of those tomorrow. Watch this video until the very end, because here you'll learn which coins are common, and which ones could actually be worth thousands of dollars. A small coin hiding a huge fortune. That secret you will discover today, and tomorrow's buffalo coin video will amaze you even more. Money bag. The United States, commonly known as a Jefferson nickel, is part of one of the longest-running coin series in American history. This coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint and carries the small P mint mark, which represents Philadelphia. The design features the portrait of the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, on the front side of the coin. Jefferson's profile has appeared on the nickel since 1938, making it one of the most recognizable coin designs in the country. On the reverse side of the coin, you will find the historic building known as Monticello, which was Jefferson's famous home in Virginia and an important symbol of American history and architecture. The 1981 P-nickel was struck in very large numbers for everyday circulation, and millions of these coins were used by people across the United States for daily transactions. Because of this high production, many examples of this coin can still be found today in old collections, coin jars, or circulation. However, even though the coin is common, collectors still pay attention to its condition, shine, and preservation. Coins that remain in better condition, with clearer details on Jefferson's portrait and the Monticello building, are considered more desirable in the collector's market. This coin is made primarily from a durable alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gives it its well-known silver-gray color and strong resistance to corrosion. The coin weighs about 5 grams and measures approximately 21.2 millimeters in diameter. Because of this sturdy metal composition, many 1981 nickels survive today with only light wear even after decades of use. A coin that appears slightly old, but still fairly clean and well-maintained, can still attract interest among beginning collectors and coin enthusiasts who enjoy assembling complete Jefferson nickel sets. When it comes to value, the price of the 1981 P5-cent coin mostly depends on its overall condition and visual appeal. A coin that is circulated and shows light wear but still has decent details and a relatively clean surface may generally sell for around $1 to $3 among collectors who want to fill gaps in their collections. If the coin is in better preserved condition with sharper details and minimal scratches, the value may increase to approximately $5 to $15. Well-preserved coins that appear almost uncirculated with strong luster and very little handling can sometimes reach $25, $40, or even around $60 in certain collector markets. Exceptional examples that remain extremely sharp and carefully maintained by collectors may even attract higher offers depending on demand and grading. Another interesting point about the 1981 P-nickel is that collectors often look closely at the coin's strike quality, the clarity of the Monticello steps, and the sharpness of Jefferson's hair details. Coins with stronger strikes and cleaner surfaces are generally considered more collectible. Over the decades, many people overlooked these coins because they were so common in daily life, but today coin collectors appreciate them as part of the broader historical story of American coinage. Even though it may appear to be just a simple 5-cent coin, the 1981 P-nickel represents a small piece of American history and a continuation of a design that has been recognized for generations. For collectors and enthusiasts, finding an older coin that is still reasonably clean and well-preserved can be exciting, because every coin carries its own journey through time. And sometimes a coin that looks ordinary at first glance can still hold surprising value, depending on how well it has been kept over the years. 5-cent coin from the United States without a mint mark is part of the well-known Jefferson nickel series. When a coin from this period does not have a mint mark, it usually means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which for many years did not place a mint mark on certain circulating coins. This nickel features the familiar portrait of the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, on the front side. The design was created by Felix Schlag in 1938 and has remained one of the most recognizable coin designs in American currency. On the reverse side of the coin appears the historic building known as Monticello, Jefferson's famous plantation home in Virginia, which has long symbolized American history and architecture. The 1984 nickel was produced for everyday circulation, and millions of these coins were struck to meet the needs of daily commerce across the United States. Because of this high production, the coin is generally considered common in circulated condition. However, collectors still value these coins as part of complete Jefferson nickel collections, especially when the coin has been preserved in better condition. The coin is composed of a strong alloy made of approximately 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gives it its durable silver-gray appearance and allows it to resist corrosion even after many years of circulation. The coin weighs about 5 grams and measures roughly 21.2 millimeters in diameter, which has been the standard specification for the US nickel for decades. In circulated condition, a 1984 5-cent coin without a mint mark that shows some wear but still maintains visible details can usually be valued between $1 and $3 among collectors and hobbyists. If the coin is slightly cleaner and better preserved, with clearer details on Jefferson's portrait and fewer scratches or marks, its collector value may rise to around $4 to $10 depending on demand. Coins that appear almost uncirculated, meaning they have very little wear and still show some of their original mint luster, can sometimes sell for approximately $15 to $35 in the collector's market. In rare cases where a coin has been extremely well preserved and graded highly by professional coin grading services, the value may reach $50, $80, or even close to $100 depending on its quality and the interest of collectors. Collectors often pay attention to the sharpness of the design elements on this coin. The details in Jefferson's hair, the clarity of the lettering, and the definition of the Monticello building on the reverse are important factors when determining the quality of the coin. A nickel that still shows strong details and a smooth surface without heavy damage is generally more desirable. Many collectors also check for unusual mint errors or striking variations, because these can sometimes increase the value of a coin beyond its normal collector price. Although the 1984 nickel without a mint mark was originally made simply for everyday use and was worth only 5 cents in circulation, it still represents an important part of modern American coinage history. For collectors who enjoy preserving coins from different decades, this nickel can be a meaningful addition to a collection, especially when it has been kept in relatively good condition. Over time, even ordinary coins like this can become interesting historical artifacts, reminding collectors of the era in which they were produced and used in daily life. The United States, commonly known as the Jefferson nickel, is an interesting modern coin for collectors and coin hunters. This coin was minted in 1994 at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the small d mint mark located on the reverse side of the coin near Monticello. The coin features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by Felix Schlag, while the reverse shows Jefferson's historic home, Monticello. The composition of the coin is 75% copper and 25% nickel, and it weighs about 5 grams with a diameter of 21.21 millimeters. Even though millions of these coins were produced, certain pieces can still attract collectors depending on their condition, shine, and possible minting errors. In circulated condition, meaning the coin has been used in daily transactions and shows some wear, the 1994 D. Jefferson nickel usually has a market value of around $1 to $5 for collectors who are building date and mint sets. If the coin is in better condition with minimal scratches, strong details, and original luster, the value can increase to about $10 to $25. Coins that are well preserved, almost uncirculated, and still maintain their original mint shine may sell for $40 to $75 in collector markets. If the coin is in uncirculated mint condition, meaning it was never used in circulation, and still looks nearly the same as when it left the mint, the value can rise much higher. High-grade uncirculated pieces may reach around $120 to $250 depending on grading and demand. Professional grading services sometimes rate coins using the mint state scale from MS60 to MS70, and a high-grade coin such as MS67 or higher can become significantly more valuable among collectors. In rare cases where the 1994 D nickel has exceptional quality, brilliant luster, sharp strike details, and a nearly perfect surface, collectors and auction buyers have been willing to pay much higher prices. Some top-graded examples have reached values between $400 and $900 in specialized coin markets. If the coin also contains a minting error such as a double die, off-center strike, or unusual die crack, the price can increase even further, sometimes reaching $1,000 or more depending on rarity and collector demand. For someone who finds a 1994 D5-cent coin in very clean and shiny condition, it is always a good idea to keep it protected in a coin holder because condition plays the biggest role in determining the value. Coins that remain bright, scratch-free, and well-preserved are always more attractive to collectors and investors in the numismatic market. Even though the coin was produced in large numbers, the best-preserved examples continue to gain attention from collectors who are trying to complete high-quality Jefferson nickel collections. The 1999 D5-cent coin of the United States of America is part of the Jefferson nickel series, a famous American coin design that has been used since 1938. The coin was produced at the Denver Mint, which is why a small letter D mint mark appears on the coin. This mint mark is usually located to the right of the Monticello building on the reverse side. The obverse side of the coin shows the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, with the words "In God We Trust" on the left and "Liberty 1999" on the right. The reverse side features Jefferson's historic home called Monticello, along with the inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, 5 cents, and United States of America. GraysHT.com+1. The 1999 D. Jefferson nickel was minted in extremely large numbers. Around 1,066,720,000 coins were produced at the Denver Mint, which means this coin is very common and still found in everyday circulation today. Because of the very high mintage, most examples do not have a high collector value unless they are in excellent condition or have a special mint error. The coin has a face value of 5 cents, $0.05, and was mainly produced for daily use in commerce rather than for collectors. Cointrackers.com+1. The metal composition of the coin is 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gives it a silver-like appearance even though it contains no actual silver. The diameter is about 21.2 millimeters, and the weight is approximately 5 grams. The edge of the coin is smooth, not reeded like some other American coins. This copper-nickel alloy makes the coin strong and durable, which is why many of them remain in circulation decades after being minted. Usercoinbook.com+1. When we talk about the condition, grade, of the coin, it has a major effect on the value. If the coin has circulated for many years and shows scratches, worn details, or dull surfaces, it is considered circulated condition. In this normal condition, the 1999 D nickel is usually worth about 5 cents to 10 cents, basically its face value. If the coin is in better shape with very little wear, sometimes called about uncirculated AU, it might sell for around $1 to $3 to collectors. Coins that were never used and still have their original mint shine are called mint state (MS) coins. In these higher grades, values can reach $5 to $10, or sometimes more depending on quality and certification. Cointrackers.com+1. Some collectors look for a special feature called full steps on the Monticello building on the back of the coin. If the steps are clearly visible and sharply struck, the coin may be considered higher quality and more desirable for collectors. Rare high-grade examples with full steps or special mint errors can sometimes sell for much higher prices, occasionally tens of dollars or more at auctions, but these are uncommon. CoinAuctionShelp.com. Overall, the 1999 D United States Jefferson 5-cent coin is a modern American coin with historical design and strong durability. Most coins are common and worth only a few cents, but collectors still study them for condition, mint quality, and rare varieties. A well-preserved example with bright surfaces, clear lettering, and sharp Monticello details can be more valuable in the collector market than an ordinary circulated piece. The 2000 P. Jefferson nickel is a modern 5-cent coin from the United States that was produced at the Philadelphia Mint in the year 2000. It carries a face value of $0.05 and belongs to the long-running Jefferson nickel series that has been circulating in America since 1938. The obverse side of the coin shows the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, while the reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's historic home in Virginia. Around the design you can read the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," "The Year 2000," and on the reverse, e pluribus unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. The small p mint mark under the date indicates that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. Sell rare coins +1. This coin was produced in extremely large quantities, with about 846,240,000 pieces minted, which means it is considered a very common coin among collectors and in everyday circulation. Because of this high mintage, most examples that have been used in circulation usually remain worth only their face value of about 5 cents in the coin market. However, coins that remain in better condition or that have never been circulated can sometimes be worth more to collectors. Cointrackers.com +1. The coin itself is made from a copper-nickel alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it the familiar silver-colored appearance. It has a diameter of about 21.2 millimeters, a weight of about 5 grams, and a smooth edge without any reading. The design for this coin was created by the German-American sculptor Felix Schlag, whose Jefferson portrait and Monticello reverse design were used on nickels for decades. Cointrackers.com +1. In terms of collector value, the price of a 2000 P Jefferson nickel depends mainly on its condition. Coins that have circulated for many years with scratches, or will usually sell for around 5 cents to 10 cents, essentially the same as their face value. If the coin is in uncirculated mint condition, meaning it was never used and still has its original shine and sharp details, the value may rise to around 30 cents to about $1.23 or more depending on grading. High-grade certified examples graded around MS 65 or higher may reach roughly $9 to $28, or sometimes more in auctions if the coin has exceptional quality. Cointrackers.com +2. Collectors also look for special features that can increase the value. One important feature is known as full steps, referring to the clear and complete steps visible on the Monticello building on the reverse side. When these steps are sharply struck and fully visible, the coin can become more desirable among collectors. In rare cases, coins with mint errors such as off-center strikes, doubled designs, or unusual die cracks may sell for significantly higher prices because such errors are uncommon and attract collectors who specialize in mint mistakes. Cointrackers.com +1. Although the 2000 P Jefferson nickel is not generally considered a rare coin because of its massive production, it still holds interest for coin collectors who enjoy assembling complete date and mint sets of US nickels. Many collectors keep these coins in albums as part of the Jefferson nickel series. If a coin from this year is found in exceptionally perfect condition or with a rare minting error, its value can increase considerably compared to ordinary circulated examples. Cointrackers.com +1. So overall, the 2000 P United States 5-cent coin is a common modern nickel whose usual market value ranges from 5 cents to a few dollars depending on condition, while only the best preserved mint state examples or unusual error coins can reach higher prices in the collector's market. Cointrackers.com +1.